Hi guys! Hello. It has been a while since I've done a live mental Monday. And things have been so busy, I thought it would be a good opportunity to do that. I am trying not to have the harsh light right above my head. So I thought it would be fun to do another live mental Monday. It's been a bit since I've done one, so say hi as you're popping on. I didn't want this to be too long, so I will be cautious of time. But I personally wanted to talk about not just being self-aware, but staying self-aware, because I've talked about being self-aware a lot in the past. I've talked about getting to know yourself better, like trying different things, allowing yourself the ability to just try and learn and not keep yourself in your comfort zone or in your little box of how you've always done things or how you've always seen things, and really pushing yourself to understand where certain things within yourself are coming from, being aware of what are my habits, what mindset do I always have, what are my hangups, and being really honest about like what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses. But I think the other aspect of that, of being self-aware and of like keeping that mindset, is staying self-aware through always learning, through personal development, really, because you're kind of checking in like, okay, it's been a while. Let's see, is this still me? Is this still where I'm at? And hi. And especially as we get older, as we go through more things in life, as we experience different things and learn more, that changes, right? And maybe your interests just legitimately aren't what they used to be, but you're still putting time into stuff that you've always cared about, so you should continue to care about, right? But not necessarily. So I think what started me on that whole trek of like what is still serving me and what's not is kind of the whole Marie Kondo, like, what do you want to take into your future? And applying that to interests and habits and what you're putting your resources and time and effort into, and checking in with yourself about that. So I think that's an important part of it. And some of the ways that I try to do that is through a lot of personal development, is through reading books, watching documentaries, believe it or not, following certain people on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, and being aware of who I'm following and like how that's impacting me. And podcasts, listening to podcasts, all of those things allow me personally to learn and kind of gauge my own interest. And then there's checking in with yourself on a mental level with emotions. How have I been feeling? How is that going right now? And how have my daily routines been working? Is there anything I want to shift? Or has it been working really great? Those kind of consistent, like checking in with yourself type things on areas that we might not always think to do that. Hi. And then there's getting others' perspective. How do you feel like things are going right now? And I'm feeling this way about it. Has that been what you've seen from the outside also? Engaging your resources too. Do you still have sufficient resources, or do you have resources that actually still pertain to you in some of those areas? Or do you need to shift it? And kind of having a big, like, life meeting with yourself, business meeting with yourself. How are things going? Do we want to change anything? Is it going well? I think of those videos by, I think it's Juggling the Jenkins, I think, on Facebook and YouTube, where she has these shirts that she'll wear when she's switching roles, and she'll like play herself and like her brain or her conscience or whatever, and like having a meeting with yourself. It's a real thing. Checking in. I think as you apply that to like every area of life and everything you do, it kind of helps you keep on track with yourself, and not just you're on task with everything and being uber productive or juggling everything perfectly, but you're on the same page and you're present in that moment. You are aware of reality right then. You're not stuck in, this is how I've always done things. And I have a bad habit of that with certain areas. There's some areas where it's really easy for me to be like, I love change. I'm going to try a million different things. And then there are other things where I'm like, no, I don't want to let go of that right now. I've had that around for so long. And that's not just stuff, that applies to everything. Interests, stuff you follow because you were really super into it when you first followed it. And then it's like, it doesn't pertain anymore. It doesn't fit anymore. It's not relevant for you anymore. And life stages and life situations and experiences and growth naturally bring about change in those areas. So you have to kind of recheck in with yourself and become self-aware almost of like, am I still emotionally here? Am I still good with all of this stuff? Am I still working in that way that I was last time? I kind of gauged this and learned more about it. And that's a process. And that's always going to be happening. This isn't a one-time thing. It's always checking in with yourself and making sure of how things are going. So I kind of wanted to talk about that aspect of it because it can be easy for it to be dropped when life's busy, and that's what's going on. So I feel like that's always my mode, is reevaluating. And I think part of that can be good because you're checking in, and the other part is you don't want to let yourself become too absorbed with it. There's balance to find. And you don't want it to distract you from action. So having those things that you're checking in with lead to action can help also, making sure it's actionable. So am I still good with this? Okay, then I'm going to keep or recommit to sticking to these habits, these behaviors, these actions, this way of handling things. And then if not, the changes you want to make action steps. Okay, I'm becoming self-aware. I realize this isn't working for me. I realize I have this bad habit. So I'm going to adjust in this way and take these steps. And for me, I've talked about this relentlessly also, writing that down, not just having it in my head, but writing that down can really help, because then I can look back on it later. I can look back on it, see how I feel about it. My hair was crazy right there. See how I feel about it. And remind myself of what I wanted to accomplish and what I wanted to commit to, and that perspective that I had found and my takeaways from it. So I feel like that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. If you guys have any questions about this stuff, I love mental health discussions. I I love answering those type of questions because I feel like it's the nitty-gritty, really deep, important stuff, especially when you're talking like personal development and taking action. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. If you're doing anything fun, let me know. I have been working on stuff finally this afternoon. I know it's almost 6 o'clock right now here, but starting this afternoon, I was much more productive. I got a late start today. But I did get some stuff done, and I have more stuff planned that I want to get done. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the foster care update I did. We were just really excited and just praying that the rest of this goes smooth and there's no more hiccups and it goes really quickly and all is well. So we're still praying through the tail end of it to finish, but we're excited to be at that point. And yeah, it has been quite a time the last few weeks. Do I have Snap? I'm not sure. Do you mean Snapchat? I don't really do. Okay. I was going to say, I don't really use Snapchat. I'm more Instagram. Snapchat, I felt like an old person when I first tried it because I'm like, I don't understand this. But I'm a little better, but I don't really use Snapchat. I use Instagram. And my Instagram handle is Brooke Made Simple. And I tried to update it in the description box. It was outdated for the name, but I think it might still take you to my profile. But if you just search Brooke Made Simple on Instagram, you'll find it. And yeah, so I do more Instagram. Okay, that was everything from me. I think I'm going to let you guys go so I can go finish dinner. But I'm really glad I was able to hop on and do this. And I hope it was useful and helpful for you guys. I really feel like that's just been the mindset I'm in. And so, you know, that's always what I'm caring about is what I'm currently thinking about. So, okay, I will let you guys go. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions for Mental Mondays. I am so glad you love Mental Mondays. I love Mental Mondays too. It's just how my brain works. So, yeah. I'm always in the like trying to figure that stuff out mode. So, okay. Have a great rest of your Monday, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.